See, let me tell you that indoor stadium pedem, first of all, I just want to clarify,
Okay.
the indoor stadium pedem is sufficient enough to cater to any of the sports, be it your basketball, be it your indoor volleyball, be it your table tennis, except for tennis, I suppose,
Yeah.
it is suitable enough for any sport of international nature or stature. Now, having said that, you have a venue, let us not get confused that whether the venue would be permanently used for the table tennis or not. Because for table tennis, the other infrastructure will definitely come up, because this venue is presently being used in the Lusophonia games for 4 sports. We have judo, we have taekwondo, we have wushu, and we have table tennis. And after the Lusophonia games, the arrangement that if probably we need another indoor stadium for the basketball, if we need another indoor stadium for the volleyball, that stadium is more than sufficient to have that sporting facility there. So, you have a wonderful infrastructure, and whatever use you want to put it to, it will be sufficient to put it there. Now, coming to table tennis, there is indoor stadium which is being refurbished, which was earlier badminton hall. There again, either you can use it for the badminton purposes permanently, or you can also have it for other purposes like practice table tennis ground, and it is sufficient to sufficient space is there. 3 tables can very well fit in there, and even the international quality sports match. So, we have the infrastructure where you juggle and how you manage is the total the art
It's
with the
part of
managers.
organization.
Yes, it is part with the manager, the total task lies with the manager, that how they make use of this wonderful infrastructure which is being built in the state.
And given that more infrastructure will be coming up for the national games in ensuing years, the events could be juggled around in different.
Correct.
That's what you are saying.
I'm quite confident. See, because one or two main sporting hubs like are Kampal ground and indoor stadium of Kampal, and also the swimming pool complex of Kampal. I'm quite sure that during national games we will have this infrastructure also getting upgraded to a national standard or probably international standard also. So, then you have tremendous flexibility in terms of the infrastructure, that people do not have to commute, and you have world class sporting facility the next door. Somebody who is living in Mapsa can go to Pete, somebody who is living in Panaji can either go to university ground or come to Kampal. So, both highest quality of infrastructure would be available at the doorstep.
Yeah, so the infrastructure, as you say, will be spread around, and Goa overall could become a sporting hub.
Yes.
So the point that we come to next is like overall, if you see, what do you feel in Goa is the state of sport? What sort of infrastructure we have, and what sort of mindsets we have? What's your take on the present state of sport?
Well, I'll just give you one statistics. Probably one of your sister channels, I would not name it, but it's a national broadcasting channel which is declared Goa as the best sporting state in the country. Oh. And we have been invited to receive the prize also. So, we must take heart in that, and we really believe that your assessment is always correct.
Maybe that is
positive or negative, but
that's the assessment from whichever part of India they are based in. But overall, if you see, do you think there is a scope for improvement at the grassroots level, more scope for propagation?
There is always a scope, but consider one fact, that we are a population of 14 lakh people. Now, 14 lakh cannot cater to every sports. If you really want international standard players coming up in every sport, probably we would not be able to cater to unless until there is a total thrust in that direction, and it is not possible also. But in whatever limited way we are coming up, it is quite heartening, but at the same time it gives us tremendous latitude to also garner or focus our efforts towards nurturing more talent.
Right.
And I am very happy that Goa, infrastructure wise, believe you me, we are one of the best in India. Probably Delhi would be slightly better only because of the Commonwealth Games which has come up. Otherwise, Goa, there's no match to
So
Goa.
you rate this infrastructure as the best, one of the best
One
in
of
the
the
country.
best, one of the
and
best
now
in the
with the upgraded international level will be better than the best,
Yes,
according to you.
yes.
Coming to Mr. Lobbys, what do you think is the state of sport in Goa right now? The way the mindsets are, the way the players perform, what needs to be done?
If you ask me about the performance of the players,
Everything.
it is connected with how the associations deliver. And most of our associations, for me, they have failed to deliver. So, primarily, if you take only maybe football and a few associations, like chess is doing pretty well, and maybe a few other associations that we have. Table tennis is doing also well. Badminton is doing well. But the standard is not coming up to the expected level. So you will have the infrastructure now ready of the world class level. So there needs to be a synergy between the association, between the state, the SIG and all the other authorities. How best to make use of whatever is being now created, so that we can't say it's a white elephant. It will be a white elephant the moment the associations are not super active. And most of the associations that I know, they are not active at all. They don't have a program, they don't have a grassroots, they don't have a youth development program. As I said and I repeat, these preparations for the teams, the association themselves should have started in 2010. So you couldn't say we don't have the infrastructure, but you knew that in 2013 you would have had participated whether the games are held in Goa or anywhere else. So what stopped them preparing the teams? You can't prepare a team for today, for tomorrow. Now we have seen now Germany has come up in football. Now Germany was not doing well in football. So what did they do? So they said nothing doing, we concentrate on youth development, and the next World Cup champion, they are saying watch Germany performing, because they had a program for the last 8 or 10 years. So unless you have that program, there has to be a linkage with schools. And let me tell you that what Keshab Saab said also, we are, I think, the only state which gives you the marks for sports for all subjects, and that is reflected in your educational system. Where do you have this type of system? It is nowhere existing. So if the association don't come up also to that level, and you can't say the state will do everything. State has got its own limitation. So what are you doing also to elevate the performance?
Okay, you have been, Mr. Lobbys has been critical of the associations. You are a president of a TT association. How would you put, how would you present the perception from the association point of view? Are the associations trying hard enough?
I would say that all the associations in Goa are not trying hard enough. Okay. There are hardly maybe 6 or 7 associations which are actually working. They have a sustained program, and their players are coming up to the national level. Now, having said that, I would like to remind you that at the Sports Authority meeting, long time back, about nearly 12 years back, we had decided to prioritize the associations which are doing good and which are not doing good. And it's a need of the hour, like at the central government. You have got priority sports, you have got general category sports and non-general category sports. Accordingly, the finances are spent. Priority sports, yes, you are doing well, more money is given to you to go abroad without any hassles. Non-priority sports, only you are given the money, permission to go only for world championships and all if you are selected and all. Similarly, Goa should adopt. Today what is happening is anybody who comes who are not performing, they are given as if on equal terms to the sports which are performing. We have got in our players are now national ranked players. We have got Urmila Mense, India number 2, Wesley Rosario, India number 2, he has won also the tournament. We have got recently now another girl, Kirtani, Tanisi Kirtani, she is within 8.
Okay, coming to Lusophonia games, how are the TD players preparing for the games?
The players for last 2 years have been practicing every day and all. They are having camps in mostly basically in Panjim and Margao. I am quite happy the way they are practicing. Now, we might not come to the level of Portugal and Brazil, in case they send their best players, but their standard is much better, little bit higher than India. But definitely they can perform. And I would say that they should be allowed to play for the Lusophobia games instead of getting all the players from outside. If you get all the players from outside, it will have a very demoralizing feeling on the players.
Correct. Since this formation of the team, the composition part was taken care of by the Goa Olympic Association. How do you what way would you say it's, whether it is beneficial for Goans, or how would you react to that? Would it be better if the teams were all Goan?
That's not my domain, so
Right.
I would
So
not like to
how would you go about
comment
it?
upon it.
What should have been ideally done to form a team?
Now, you go back to history. Why Goa has been accepted?
Yeah.
Goa has been accepted because there is a linkage with Portugal. And all countries who have these linkages, they have come together. So the linkage is because of Goa. Now, for technical reasons, you cannot be affiliated directly because you have to go through the IOA, that's the Indian Olympic Association. So, Indian Olympic Association is India, there is no doubt about it. But these games, and Goa has been taken precisely because of the connections.
Yes.
So, it is more appropriate that all Goans should be a part of the contingent for the Lusophobia
Yeah,
games.
so the point that you're making, it ideally it should have been all the teams should have had only Goan players. That's
Because
the ideal point
this
here.
is the best opportunity that you provide for the Goans
Yeah.
to raise the standard, and we are far behind. Even in football, we cannot compete.
Yes, I got the point, and we are running short of time. So the point that you're making is ideally it should have been that way, but since the Indian Olympic Association has come into picture, the teams are pan-Indian. Okay, to sum it up, what would be your message to our viewers on the National Sports Day?
Pursue sports and be healthy, and also help us in organizing Lusophobia games nicely. Thank you.
Your message.
I think all of us have to put our heads together, join all our hands, and make this as the most happening and the best ever sporting event that Goa has held and organized.
Mr. Nunis, your message.
I would request the players to play in the best spirit of the game, not thinking about the results. Play for playing purpose, and try your best without
Yes.
thinking about the fruits of your game.
So there you go. This is the message. Play, give your best, help the authorities, help out the team to make these games make the Lusophobia games, which is coming first, a very successful event, very historic event for Goa. And with this positive message, we come to the end of this program. Thanks for watching, and keep watching Prudent.